What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy from Start Your Systems, and we've got some more Reflex for you. We're going to be doing round number 14 of the AMA Supercross series, which is Seattle. Now, really quick, this track was made by DarkSlides19 once again. He's just been killing it with these replica tracks, but he did want to thank Kid Zorro, Gabe, Black, and Dorito, whether it be for objects or beta testing or, you know, tips throughout the track building and stuff like that. But he did give thanks to those guys. And in the description of the track, he said that he built this replica off the track map that was released for the for this round. So it wasn't an exact replica to the real life race, which normally I'd have an issue with, but if you guys do remember the real race in Seattle, they got a lot of rain before that race, so they had to make do with what Mother Nature gave them, and they had to do some of the sections a little bit differently. So I'm not gonna fault Dark Slides for that, because barring any rain or whatever, the track would have been almost identical, at least I'm assuming. So Dark Slides didn't mess up with the layout itself. He went off of what the track map said, so I did want to just point that out to you guys. I know the majority of you guys have probably already played the track and are already a lot faster than I am on it, being that I'm a goon, but yeah, I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. Now, my first impression on the track, actually before I get into that, when Dark Slides released this track, when it was all good to go, and I think it was like a day or two after it was released, I got a message on Steam from Dark Slides, and I actually had the pleasure to play with him on this track. It was him and a bunch of his other buddies and myself. We played a few races on here, and I do want to say, I know I say I want to play these tracks with people online and yada yada yada, and maybe that'll make them better or worse or whatever the case is. I do want to say, playing this track online with other people, it made this track a lot better. Now, it's a good track just by itself, like with me riding it right now, but with like the track deformation of the other players in the lobby and everything, these whoops actually did get a little bit easier. As you can see, both whoop sections are kind of like, they've got like a pre-made like rut through them, or a couple ruts or whatever. And they're not super level, but with the track deformation online, everything kind of worked out. Oh boy, I'm not going to get up that wall jump. Everything kind of worked out, and it made the whoops a little bit easier. Now, obviously, it made like the sand section right here a little bit harder and everything like that. And like, if you got a couple weird lines in a corner, that kind of messed you up. But for the most part, the deformation made this track really, really fun to ride with other people. So I do want to give Dark Slides props for that. I think he made the track for that reason, being that you know, the majority of the people are going to be playing with others. So the pre-roughness is excellent. I think it's perfect. These triples though, again, very, very big. It's kind of a stretch, both of them, but it is really fun. So I'm not gonna dog on him for that, just because who doesn't like big jumps, you know? Ooh, Um, Now, I know Dark Slides, or he has in the past at least, has made rhythm sections kind of like small, but like the lips are like not super like steep or anything like that. I know last week had it like that, but it was a different track creator last week. But there are some of Dark Slide's tracks where the rhythm sections are just kind of small. Not so much this week though. I feel like the rhythm sections have a really, really good scale, and I think he did a good job kind of switching that aspect of the track up. As you can see, I mean, they're kind of small, but not as small as, you know, some of the other tracks that he's made as far as the scaling goes. But either way, even if the rhythm sections were smaller, Dark Slides always knows how to kind of counteract that and make it still realistic and everything like that. So I think that just goes to show how much talent Dark Slides actually has in the aspect of track making. Now I don't know if he got help from one of the guys that he thanked on the like jumps, but I'm pretty sure Dark Slides does all the jumps and stuff by himself. So correct me if I'm wrong. I know Dark Slides watches these videos, so I'm sure he'll message me on Steam if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he makes everything by himself for the most part. I do want to touch on this wall jump really quick. Now, funny story is I actually played this track before I played Toronto. Toronto was another one of Dark Slide's creations, but so that wall jump is literally a wall. Like, that's the only way to really really describe it. It is straight up and down. And like I said, I played this track before I played Toronto, so that really threw me off, and I kept crashing and I kept going into it way too quickly and just immediate fall off and everything like that. And it took me forever to realize that you actually have to slow down for it. So after I played this track, I think that was like the next week was the Toronto gameplay. So I was kind of prepared for that wall jump, but when I hopped back on this track finally, I totally forgot about the wall jump and I kept doing the same thing. So the wall jump is very stressful, at least for me. I think he did a great job with it. It's called a wall jump for a reason, but yeah, it just kept throwing me off. Oh boy. I'm actually riding fairly decent. I mean, I know the fastest lap that I've seen on this track was a 54. And I actually haven't run under a minute until right now, my 59.45. So I know I'm a little bit off the pace, but it is what it is. I'm not as good as everyone else, so... but yeah, guys, Dark Slides 19 once again kills it with another one of these replica tracks. Even though it's technically a replica, but some of the sections were messed up because of what they had to do in real life with the weather and everything. But Dark Slides killed it once again. Absolutely phenomenal job. We're almost caught up with everything. I think we just have one more track to play, and that is East Rutherford next week. I'm not 100% sure on who built that, but you guys will definitely know by next week if you don't already know now. If you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment on the video. Let me know what you guys think. If I made any mistakes or anything, please let me know. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already and you're enjoying the content that we're bringing out to you guys every day, hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified every video that gets released. You're notified with an email or a YouTube notification or whatever. But like I said, guys, one more replica and then we're caught up. We're caught up finally, and then we're just gonna have to wait for you know, these other tracks to be released. But other than that, guys, I don't have anything else for you, so I'll see you guys next week for another Reflex track review. Peace.